This is KFDM Sports Extra with Mike Friedman and Cam Sanderson.
What do you say, everyone? It is indeed the KFDM Sports Extra podcast. I'm Mike Friedman alongside Cam Sanderson, and we're here to talk nothing but high school sports. This time, we've got a lot of local things to talk about, and that's what we're going to stick with. Appreciate you watching us. News on KFDM on YouTube is where you're able to see this one, and we appreciate everyone that puts eyes on this one and watches. What is this, our 15th or 16th episode, I think, something like that.
Should be the 16th. We started with football season.
That's right.
So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it should be week 16.
16th episode. And since we started with the high school football season, and here we are in week 16, we do have two teams still left, still in the hunt for a state title. It's all happening coming up starting tomorrow, later this week as well. We'll go ahead and talk about the first game of the week. It's going to be the nightcap at AT&T Stadium, the 3A Division II state championship game between the Newton Eagles and the Wall Hawks.
Yeah.
So if you're watching us online as well, you can kind of see kind of the matchup, the points per game, points allowed per game, last score.
Look at that last game score.
Look at the last game score, yeah. One thing that and I did watch Dave Campbell, Texas Football, their editor-in-chief, Greg Tepper, talked about this matchup, and he did say these two teams score They're fast. They're very fast teams. They score in a hurry. They bury you in the first quarter, and then they kind of cruise the rest of the way. But both teams can't do that. Something's going to have to give. They're maybe not break, but give. So is Newton going to come out fast and score more, or is Wall going to come out and Newton for they haven't all year, but for once are they going to have to battle back? Who knows? But I think that's the matchup that we're facing here: is whose speed, whose fastness, who's going to come out on top.
I think the interesting thing is what I've heard about Wall is they're a passing offense. They do a lot of the pass, and Newton, obviously, they don't pass the ball.
No.
They run it. Now, they had about 280 yards from their freshman quarterback on Thursday night. So they kind of passed it a little bit in the semifinal game, but they pound the run. KJ Porter absolutely taking care of it.
Deldrick Samuel as well.
So that's what's going to be interesting to me is seeing, how does Wall stop a Newton running team, who's the best rushing team in the state?
Absolutely.
And how does Newton stop a Wall passing team who has been referred to as one of the best passing teams in the state?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an interesting matchup there.
And the thing is, we know a lot more about Newton than we do for Wall.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, I don't know if Wall is ready for what Newton's going to bring.
I can't imagine. I mean, no one has been ready.
No one has
except for one team, but they're also playing in state next week.
I mean, look at that score from last week, a 54-point state semifinal win. It's unheard of.
Yeah. That
team was good. There's no reason the team should have lost by 54 points.
Yeah.
So Newton didn't just beat them; they beat them down. They blew them out of the water. And will they do that to Wall? Maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. I said in my show on Sunday, I don't expect them to blow them out.
Yeah.
But I do expect to win, and I expect maybe a comfortable win. Multiple scores. Man, isn't it so awesome? They opened the season with a loss at West Orange Start, which, whatever.
Yeah.
I even went back and watched some of our old podcasts, and I looked at week 2 when I was talking about that, and I was like, I just don't care that they lost to West Orange Start because, well, you're supposed to. You're a 3A D2 school.
Right.
You're not supposed to beat West Orange Start.
Sure.
But 14 games straight. And since that game, they've looked invincible. They really have not. I mean, they've shown no weakness, and it's unbelievable. So It's getting to the point where I can't fathom a Newton loss,
right?
And I know that's the way it used to be with Newton,
right?
And now it's kind of feeling that way again.
How special will this be for Drew Johnston?
Oh my goodness!
He did win when he was an assistant under his father, WT. This would be his first as head coach, a Newton State Championship. Man, that'd be great.
Isn't it awesome? I was thinking about that on the drive home Friday night when West Orange Stark won, because for Newton, Coach Johnston, he made his first state championship with a historic program. And for West Orange Stark, Coach Hickman, he made a state championship in a historic program. And it's like, man, it gives you chills because these guys are kind of etching their way into that long legacy of amazing coaches.
For sure.
And that's the first step, is making that championship game. Obviously, you want to win it, but it's nice to see both of them finally get over the hump, get over the edge, and it just makes me happy to see these two teams in state.
For anyone that didn't know, the last time we had two teams representing in the state championship game, it was 2017, and guess who two teams it was? Newton and West Orange Stark.
Right. I think
Yeah.
2018
2018
was Newton and Westbrook.
Oh, Newton and Westbrook. I thought went in 2019.
I think it's 2018.
2018.
There you go.
Okay, that's right.
But
Okay.
2017
was
Newton and West
Westbrook.
Orange, or
West Orange Stark, yeah.
lost that one. Newton, that was their win before they went on their back-to-back runs to state.
Right.
That was the end of West Orange Stark's 4 straight runs to state.
Right.
So
exactly.
hopefully it's the opposite of that. Hopefully not like saying I want a team to lose. Hopefully it's the opposite, as in these are the starts of runs again, and we see.
Oh, that would be nice.
You know what's
Would that
cool
be
is
great?
when West Orange Stark wins the championship,
Mm-hmm.
they win 2. If you look at their 4 wins, it's back-to-backs.
Yeah,
both
it
of
has
them.
been,
And
yeah.
so
86, 87, and 2016, 2017.
So
yeah.
let's hope they win, and then we see them again next year.
Yeah.
I think same thing with Newton. I'd like
Could
to
be
see
nice.
another 2.
25, 26.
Oh,
and
my
then,
goodness,
yeah,
come
we'll
on.
go on there.
This is nice, though. It's
Yeah.
a vintage football season, seeing Newton
Absolutely.
and West Orange Stark at AT&T Stadium.
Let's go ahead and show the other matchup here, because we do on Friday at 3 o'clock at AT&T Stadium. We've got the 4A Division II state championship game between West Orange Stark and the Carthage Bulldogs. Carthage,
Yeah. That's a
they're-
tough one.
They're undefeated. They're 10-0 in state title games.
Yeah.
They have not lost when they're playing for state. Their
Yeah.
head coach, Scott Surratt, 10-0 when leading a team in a state title game.
And only one of those games was a 1-score win, by the way.
Yeah.
The rest of them were.
Blowouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a mountain to climb for West Orange Stark for sure. But they've been the underdog all season.
Yeah.
Who would have thought at West Orange, after they beat Newton in week 1, did you think they're going to make a run at state?
Yeah, if you go back to week 1, I said they would go
No,
16-0.
okay. All right.
I
Look
thought
at
they would be here, but I will say this. I wavered for a minute because when they were 2 and 3,
Yeah.
I questioned that. When they dropped to Nederland, I questioned that. But see, that's the beauty of West Orange Stark coming into this matchup, right? The whole state's telling you Carthage is going to win it. They're like, oh, they're 10-0 in state championships. He's undefeated in state championship. Who else is undefeated in state championships? Coach Hickman. He has not lost in the big one yet.
Yeah,
right?
0-0.
And there's a
right?
chance to start a
He's
new
never
streak
played in
right
one.
now.
Yeah, he's never
That's
coached
why
in
this
one.
gets exciting.
Yeah.
The state counted you out when you were 2 and 3. The state counted you out when you saw La Vega in round 4 because you lost to them in week 3.
Right.
The state counted you out when you
That's
saw
right.
a number 9 ranked Sinton last
Yeah,
week.
that's right.
So the state's counting you out again, West Orange Stark. Look, they've been wrote off all season.
Yeah.
They have not wrote back yet.
Yeah, the one thing about West Orange Stark's game last week, only giving up 3 points. That defense, hopefully that can slow Carthage down. I think that will be the key, because you've got Kelvie Jefferson and you've got the running game for West Orange Stark, and I don't think Carthage is going to be able to throw them off that track. But it's the defense. Can the defense slow Carthage down?
I think they can.
Yeah.
It's back to that West Orange
then
Stark
that's gonna be a
Mustang
great
defense,
game.
and that's just oh man, it gets you fired up.
Yeah, let's
this
hope
is
that. Yeah.
this is the one. Like I feel really confident in Newton. And this will be by the time this game
It would be a
starts.
shocker if Newton didn't win.
For me,
would it be a shocker if West Orange Stark beats Carthage?
it will be a shocker for the whole state. I think it will.
It will?
Oh,
Okay.
100%.
All right.
No one's picking West Orange Stark to win
Okay.
this. But I think that's what they like to be at. It's so funny to think about West Orange Stark being the underdog. That should never happen in the
Right.
history of football.
Right.
And so it just makes me happy. I see.
Yeah.
I made the post from their reaction in all of my TikToks.
Yeah.
Carthage by 28. You're about to
Yeah.
get steamrolled by Carthage. Oh man.
Yeah.
I for those kids, for this city, for this area,
Absolutely.
409, come back with 2 trophies.
What a great post game there with Coach Hickman getting the Gatorade shower.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
he was pumped up.
Oh,
Throwing up
yeah,
that trophy.
he was.
That was fantastic there. I'm really happy for him.
It's once again, it's emotional because
Yeah.
you see these coaches. I don't believe in a world where people they don't get emotional about sports. A guy like me,
Yeah.
I have to,
Coach Hickman got emotional.
I
He
get
did.
emotional
Yeah,
just being there
sure,
watching it.
sure.
So these guys, I love it, man. It's literally poetry happening right in front of you. It's beautiful.
And the tough thing about a game is there's going to be a winner and a loser. And so regardless of what happens, West Orange Stark has exceeded expectations and has had a fantastic season. I'm not prepping them for a loss. I'm just saying if it's a shocker if they do get the win, great. I'm all for it. I want them to get the win, but it doesn't diminish anything they've accomplished this year.
No, I
for
agree.
sure.
It's man, this is gonna be by the time this game starts, it'll be my 4th game I've covered for state.
Yeah.
When I can't win into P&G South Oak Cliff for their second matchup,
Right.
I was not very confident. I went
and P&G won.
P&G
that
won.
one.
When
Yeah.
I went to Woodville's game last year against Gunner, I was not very confident.
Yeah.
Newton, I will be confident.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be the only time. So when I
Okay.
say I'm not like locked in. I think West Orange Stark for sure has got this one.
Yeah,
That's just because that's what I've said every year.
I get it.
But I don't know. We wavered. I say but we did.
Yeah.
We were out on them. They weren't even in our top 6.
Right.
They
correct.
were 2 and 3.
Correct.
The whole rest of the state was in the same boat as us.
Correct.
Like I mentioned, that week 1 podcast, I said 16-0 in a state championship, and I went and clipped it. I posted it on my Instagram. I hopped off the bandwagon for a minute. I got back on a few weeks ago. I might be a little farther back on the seating arrangement now. I think someone took my seat, but everybody else hopped on while I was gone. But I really, 10-0 streak. But
let's hope they bring it home. But let's hope both teams bring it home.
Absolutely.
Coming up this weekend, Saturday, you're talking about 2 state championships, and we're planning parades and things like that. That would be fantastic.
That'd be great.
It was week 2 that you said they were going to go 16-0. If anyone is on YouTube right now, and you can scroll back, you hit podcast, and you can scroll back and see our week 2 podcast. You'll be able to see Cam as confident he was.
Go look at our next step teams from week 1. See how good we did in that. We weren't very good. There was I think we went 1 for 6 on that whole lineup, and it was
West Orange Stark.
West Orange Stark was the one.
Was the one.
I say that. I think you picked Bridge City as one of your teams. They had a pretty good year.
Yeah, but
better.
They're not.
They won their district.
They
that was
won
I think that was the point we made.
Yeah.
Was they were going to win their district.
I did.
They took the next step.
I think I had Bridge City and Lumberton in there, and
Lumberton
Hardin
did
Jefferson.
absolutely take it.
We both had Hardin Jefferson.
That's what you did.
Peaking up,
and I did Westbrook, Hardin Jefferson, and West Orange Stark.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't know anything before the season starts.
No,
I would say though,
it's all wishful thinking.
Yeah,
it's all hope.
So
it's all fun.
I'm only going to clip the things I was right about.
Yeah, we've always said, this is just Cam and I talking. This is all our opinion. This isn't for anything. We don't know what's going to happen this week, or we don't know what's going to happen next week. None of it. We don't know any of it. All right. Well, this week the UIL came out with some cutoff numbers. Their official numbers list. Some districts might look different. We'll talk about that right now.
Yeah, right now.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it.
So let's take a look at it right there. Look, these numbers mean nothing if you don't see the teams next to it, right?
I get it. But you get an idea of 5A Division I, the enrollment, and it just goes on down the list there as some things. Now, you have to remember when the UIL realignment comes out in February, teams can opt up if they so choose, and we do have some teams that are going to do that.
And some teams that are not going to do that.
And some teams that are not going to do that.
That were doing that.
That did that and have jumped down. So let's. These are the official conference cutoff numbers, and again around February 3rd. There's no official date for the realignment. I think it's February 3rd, somewhere
it's
around there.
It's going to be around there. We'll have districts set up at least.
Yeah, they'll have the new
looking at
realignment in districts. They'll do football and all the other sports as well.
Non-district games.
It'll be for the next 2 years, 2026 through 2028. So
yeah, I hate that. I will say that I hate that it's 2 years because I wish every year it was different non-district games. Because it's like the first time you do it, it's like, oh, this is so fun. And the second time, I'm like, oh, I just saw this. Like, I want to.
You know what I hope? I hope they put our local teams back in Region 3.
Yeah.
And not Region 2.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I don't like that.
Yeah, they'll fix that.
Hopefully they fix that.
I think they will. I think I saw.
It's the districts have to match up though. So
I saw someone make mention that they thought the experiment made for when P&G got moved. Example, it was an experiment to try to maybe keep South Oak Cliff from going to state.
Interesting.
Well, didn't work.
Yeah.
Randall's
kept P&G from going to state. Is what happened.
So Randall's probably going to move up. I believe that's fact. And so I expect P&G hopefully to go back on the other side. And let's put it back how it's supposed to be.
I hope so.
Okay, this isn't a ratings war. It's high school
P&G,
kids.
He means Nederland as well. Nederland will move over. They're neighbors.
They're in the same.
So
district,
they're going to be always in the same
district.
They're right next to each other, basically just down the street. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of our bigger divisions, 5A and 4A as well. So Westbrook gets to stay in 5A Division 1.
You know what? That was close. I'm actually going to pull that right back up because I did notice that today. Man, you talk about it could not have been much closer for Westbrook.
22-14 is the cap of being 22-15 is 6A.
Yeah, and they're at 22-10.
Yeah.
They were so close to being a 6A team.
22-10 and a half. If you can get a half student.
I don't understand how that works.
That either.
I wish someone would explain that to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a close
so
one.
you look right here. I'm trying to point. You look at 6A here, 22-15 and above.
Yeah.
So Westbrook was really close to being back to a 6A team.
Yeah. But Memorial, United. You know, there's really one thing I noticed when I looked at this. We don't have an unbelievable amount of movement. Just got a whole pop-up popping up on the other screen. We don't have an unbelievable amount of movement. Once we get lower, but our 5A divisions, they will stay the same.
Any surprise? The numbers in parentheses are the numbers they lost from last time turning in numbers, last enrollment. So each of the 5A Division I schools, so that's Westbrook, Port Arthur Memorial, and United, lost some students.
I'm
Beaumont
shocked
United
Westbrook's
lost
down.
225 kids.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't expect Westbrook
and
to be
that's
down.
probably what put Westbrook so close to being 6A again.
Yeah, maybe so.
But
all those
they're
kids
down
going over there.
23 and a half. So I don't know where they're going, but anyway.
I don't even know how they're down 23. I thought they were going up, so that just blows me away that they're going down.
I am surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe ask the superintendents if that's crazy. I don't know if students leaving is crazy. I don't know anything about that.
I'm sure it happens more often than not. Yeah.
I'm just happy that they're staying 5A.
Yeah.
I was worried about Westbrook going up to 6A. I saw some mock districts, and man, that would have made me sick to my stomach.
They enjoyed some success this year that they haven't had in years past for a while, and so I think 5A Division I is a great fit for Westbrook. For what they're trying to do over there.
Yeah.
All right, 5A Division II, our mid-county teams as well as Dayton staying put. So you've got P&G and Nederland and Dayton. Dayton actually gaining 15 new students.
Oh, wow. Good for them over there at Dayton.
Otherwise, our mid-county teams have lost some students. They've gone to other places. But it didn't change their classification. They'll be 5A Division II.
Yeah.
In 4A Division I, Lumberton, Vider, LCM, Bridge City. These were all teams that were in 4A Division I as well.
Yeah, Bridge City opts up. So
Bridge
you
City
see
does
that
op up.
892. The cutoff is 896. So they're four back.
They're 4 off.
And they choose, we're just going to go up anyway.
Right.
We'll pull in 4 transfer students that are good at football in Europe. And
they won this
whatever.
district last year. This season right now.
They did
with the same team.
I think they should stay.
Why would they not stay?
Why would they?
Yeah. Why would they go? Because the 4A Division II, I don't think I think it's tough.
I'm terrified of 4A.
It's a tough one.
You couldn't pay me to line up against those guys. I understand. But at the same time, this is still amazing competition for Bridge City. That LCM team, no joke.
Absolutely.
Lumberton, in all honesty, that 4A D1 district was more competitive this year than our 4A D2. And I did not expect that.
I agree.
But I'm assuming Huffman's going to stay in that district.
Yeah.
And, I don't know who else is going to take a filler because if you look at our 4A D2, HJ
moved
back
out.
down.
I think Tarkington's in that 4A Division I. Did they?
No.
opt up?
They went down to 3A.
Oh, they went down to 3A.
So,
I'm thinking
we'll look
something
at that in a
else.
minute.
Okay,
But Hardin Jefferson, who was opted up, said, we're done. We're going back down.
And that's an interesting thing because they didn't go to an easier district. They went in there with Silsbee and Hampshire Finette and West Orange Stark and Jasper. For Hardin Jefferson to stick with their enrollment numbers and be a 4A Division II team, I don't think that gives them an easier path at all.
It does in a sense because both those districts were tough. But if that 4A D2 district stays a 6-team district, it's 2 wins and you're in. Because you'll place 4th if you win 2 games. That's how it's been for the past few years. Shepherd got that 4th spot, winning 2 games.
Right.
Jasper has gotten that 4th spot by winning 2 games.
Sure.
You just have to not be the last 2 teams. So if HJ thinks, hey, we can beat Jasper and whoever that other team is, well then they're going to be a playoff team. I say whoever that team. Shepherd will be back.
I look at those teams and think, realistically, who's Hardin Jefferson? Who's the second team Hardin Jefferson is going to beat if they do beat Jasper?
They'll beat Jasper,
and I don't think Jasper's a given at all.
You're right. Shepherd will be in that district still.
Okay.
I expect them to compete with Shepherd. Shepherd's returning a lot of guys.
Yeah.
This is all speculation.
Right. This is just us talking.
What is it's December 16. We're talking about August.
We're talking about next year.
We're talking about 2026 football. But HJ, I think it's a smart decision. I'll say it because it's easier to make it to the playoffs in a smaller district. And even though how tough that district is, I think I've heard some rumblings of non-conference games for a lot of teams, and it seems like we got some good ones that are going to be coming up. And HJ seems like they're going to stack their plate pretty heavy. Okay. So to be prepared for this, you have to though. You look at what these teams schedule every year in that district. Yeah. It is impossible. Right? That's why West Orange Stark is a 3-loss team right now.
Right.
Even though they're in the state championship.
Yeah, exactly.
It was all non-conference.
Yeah.
Non-district.
And hopefully their record gives Carthage a little confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Carthage
Let them
is
come in there
15-0 and let West Orange be 12-3 and think, they're not going to do anything. But anyway, all right.
I'm sure they've never came into a game like that.
Right. Yeah, they're not going to.
Anyway, so that's interesting.
Okay.
HJ moving down. Silsby, West Orange, Stark, Hansford, Jasper. Oh, man, that makes me happy to see those guys stick together.
They're all.
I was concerned
and they've
about.
been together through several realignments.
Oh, yeah. I heard there was it was close, I think, with Orangefield. Could have possibly had to move up into that district.
They've done that before.
Yeah. That would have been tough.
Yeah.
Because they're going to lose some big pieces. They're returning a big chunk of guys. It's just the guys they're losing.
Yeah.
Mason Man and Caleb Menard. Oh, man, that sucks. Sure. You just can't really replace those guys right off the rip. But they'll be interesting. Well, let's just go ahead and take a look at theirs.
Let's look at 3A and 2A.
We'll look at theirs because they realistically going to be in a good spot.
There you go.
Oh, I don't want to print that.
Oh.
Okay, this this is what's going to be fun for me. And this, I'm sorry, I'm trying to put it like this.
Oh my God, it's sideways
goodness,
now.
Isn't this great?
Welcome to the comedy hour.
Yeah, right.
Everyone. Okay.
Look at 3A D1. Tarkington enters.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting. Look who's not in there. It's the Hardin Hornets.
Right.
Who are falling down.
They opted up last year. Hardin, I think, opted up to be in that Orangefield district, and so they're back down in their own thing.
Let's look at this, because I thought they actually just dropped the amount of students they needed to drop. Oh, my goodness. I had completely closed out that other thing. Whatever, forget it.
Don't worry about it.
You can go back in the video and see where we were at. But essentially, I think Hardin actually dropped the amount of students it takes to be put in that position.
Interesting.
No one's...
They dropped students? No.
They're down 30 students, Mike.
Okay, but they can't choose to cut students.
I know, they didn't get rid of them. No one would choose to be in that district. Do you see who plays in there? The Newton Eagles.
Look at the Division I district. Do you think Hardin wants to be with Orangefield and East Chambers and
over the team that has the second longest district winning streak in the state? Oh yeah,
Newton.
Yeah.
Okay.
I 100% want to play anyone else but Newton and Aledo.
Okay. All right.
No question in mind.
Newton.
And then
you don't want to be in Newton.
You got an SEC commit at quarterback at Woodville. I mean, this is arguably a tougher district.
I agree.
And so they drop down, which hey, that's a blessing for Orangefield, East Chambers,
for sure.
Buena, Kerrville, and Anahuac if they're going to compete. Tarkington.
If you don't remember, this past season, Hardin won their first ever, or not their first, but their first
years,
since 1974. They won that 3A Division I district championship, and they had beaten both Orangefield and East Chambers to do so. So Hardin, coming off one of their best seasons, knocked out of the playoffs, unfortunately, before we're talking about.
I think it was third round.
Third round,
so. But the team that beat them is playing in a state championship
there you go.
Is likely to win it. So if you lose to the state champs, well,
hey,
did your best.
Yeah, did your best.
No one else could beat them.
Did what you could. All right, so that's interesting. In 2A Division II, we've still got, it looks like the usual bunch there with Deweyville, Evadale, West Hardin, Sabine Pass, Comanille. If they can get enough students to play football, they'd be in there with Comanille and Haldane Seta as well. But nice that you've still got the River Bowl, Evadale, and Deweyville, and it means something. It's a district game for them.
It means a little bit more. It's nice when it's in the district,
exactly,
right? Like you kind of wish like Orangefield and Bridge City were together. I'd love to see it.
Right, that would be interesting.
And
for
so,
sure.
But
it does make for some good early season non-district games.
We
for
need
some
that
games of the
sometimes.
Week. We
need those.
Yeah.
Some teams want to play week 4 this year. We haven't had that recently. Everybody takes their bye week 4.
Yeah.
So if we want to get 2 cool teams to play each other, that'd be great.
Hey, and anyone listening in BISD, if you're involved in BISD at all, don't
schedule
the Beaumont Bowl the same week as Mid-County Madness.
Please stop. I want that to be game of the week. I've never been to a Beaumont Bowl. This is my plea to you, Beaumont ISD. I want to be to a Beaumont Bowl.
Yeah.
It is.
Don't schedule it the same week as
4
Mid-County
years
Madness.
in a row it's been the same week.
Yes, so you get a chance to do something different. It's realignment. Don't schedule it the same week as Mid-County Madness.
Just call them over there.
Anyone that knows somebody over there, tell them don't schedule it the same week. It won't trump Mid-County Madness. It can't. And so, we want to get out there. We want that to be the game of the week, and it can't be if it's the same night as Mid-County Madness.
I don't know how much choice they have when it comes to picking the district schedule. I don't know if the state just chooses that for them. Like if UIL says, "Hey, this is how the district's going to play."
I don't know for sure
because it's hard for them to schedule where everybody
you get
works.
home and home.
Yeah.
So it'll be P&G's at Nederland this year. They'll be at Nederland will be at P&G the next year. That kind of thing.
Right. But if you say they're going to play the last week of the schedule, but then like some other team realizes, we haven't scheduled Westbrook. So I wonder if the state just picks the district scheduling. But if they don't, and locally we pick the district scheduling.
Okay, anyone in the UIL?
Yeah, just
listening,
someone who's listening to us.
If
anyone's listening,
when you're doing the 5A Division I district for Southeast Texas, don't put Beaumont Westbrook and Beaumont United in the same week as 5A Division II with Nederland and Port Neches.
Nederland and Port Neches.
Yeah, it'll be good.
We need those, and I need some good non-district games.
Yeah,
I want.
We'll get them.
They better give me Port Neches and PA back.
Okay.
I want that back.
All right.
That has been the talk on social media.
Hey, you heard that from a P&G kid.
I'm begging for it. Please bring it back.
The last 2 times they played, how'd that turn out?
It doesn't matter. I work here. If Port Arthur wins, I win. If P&G wins, I win.
Right. Okay.
I'm a KFDM employee.
Great.
This year would have been a great year for those teams. But I have a lot of non-district games. I just want to watch some of these teams play each other. I have teams I love in this area that I love to watch, and I'd like to see them just clash in non-district. But that P&G Port Arthur game, that's been on my mind. I want P&G to play Katy. I think that'd be fun. I want to watch the Joseph Bowl. That would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be nice.
So I got some little ideas in my head of things
before the
I
elder
see.
Joseph retires, Gary Joseph over there at Katy retires, and then maybe his son. Okay,
don't say
that.
I
won't
hope
get
not.
into that.
I hope not.
Yeah, maybe somebody else goes over there. That's in the family ties there. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. It's fun. It's going to be kind of sad when we don't have high school football to talk about.
Oh my God, yeah. I've been dreading that for 16 weeks.
Let's hope next week the podcast we're talking about 2 state champions. So best of luck to the Newton Eagles and the West Orange Stark Mustangs. Newton playing Thursday night, 7 p.m. at AT&T Stadium against Wall, and West Orange Stark playing Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. against Carthage. Cam will be there, so look for his reports on KFDM Channel 6 and Fox Southeast Texas as well. And we appreciate everyone watching. Thanks so much. This has been the KFDM Sports Extra podcast. We'll see you all next week.
Thanks for watching the KFDM Sports Extra with Mike Friedman and Cam Sanderson.